right, so we're going deep into like North American folklore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's all about this creature,
Okay.
the Wendigo. And, you guys sent in some awesome stuff about it. And,
Cool.
it embodies like all our dark sides,
Yeah.
like our darkest impulses and desires.
Yeah.
And we have a short podcast script here called Wendigo, the tale of cannibalism in North American mythology.
Oh, wow.
So
Cannibalism? Okay.
I'm really excited to like get into this whole cannibalism thing.
Yeah.
What's creepier than that, right?
Yeah, it definitely like pushes some buttons,
Yeah.
But before we get into all like the scary stuff,
Yes.
let's set the scene. The Wendigo, it comes from these people called the Algonquin people. And they lived in this really unforgiving wilderness in North America.
Right.
Think like brutal winters.
Okay.
Food's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Always fighting to survive.
So like a really harsh environment,
Yeah.
like a pressure cooker for the human mind.
Yeah, exactly. And the Wendigo, it's like it embodies all the anxieties of that world. It's described as like gaunt, almost skeletal, with these piercing eyes and a heart of ice.
Okay.
Pretty chilling image.
Oh, yeah, totally. I can almost like feel its breath,
Yeah.
on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
The source material like calls the Wendigo a spirit of hunger.
Right.
And that really got me thinking because it's
Yeah.
not just about like food, it's
Right.
about wanting more.
Yeah.
Like more power, more possessions, more everything.
You've hit on something really important here.
Yeah.
The Wendigo, it represents this insatiable greed,
Okay.
like this craving that never gets satisfied no matter how much it consumes.
And that makes me think,
What's that?
isn't that something we still struggle with today?
Mm,
Maybe not like literal cannibalism, but like in other ways,
yeah.
Like the way we use up all the Earth's resources.
Right.
The need to be like super rich. Even like, scrolling forever on social media.
Yeah.
I mean, could all of that be like modern versions of the Wendigo spirit?
It's a really interesting comparison.
Yeah.
We may not be afraid of some creature hiding in the woods,
Oh, right.
but this potential for greed to consume us,
Mhm.
to turn us into like, metaphorical monsters.
Right.
It's still a real worry.
Okay. That's hitting a little too close to home for me.
Yeah.
But let's dig a little deeper here.
Okay.
The script also says that people can actually turn into Wendigos.
Right.
So is that just a scary story?
Hmm.
Or is there more to it?
Well, this is where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
There's this actual thing called Wendigo psychosis.
Okay.
It's this rare cultural syndrome where people think they're changing into a Wendigo.
Wow.
And they start to like really crave human flesh.
Wait, are you saying there's a real condition linked to this mythical creature
Uh-huh.
that's kind of blurring the lines between myth and reality in like a really creepy way?
Exactly. And even though it's rare,
Yeah.
Wendigo psychosis suggests that the myth might be tapping into something real
Okay.
about like the human mind, especially when people are under a lot of pressure.
Wow.
So it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
is the Wendigo just a story?
Right.
Or is it showing us the darkness that could be inside all of us?
Okay, that's a creepy thought.
Yeah,
So maybe the real monster isn't like something in the woods,
right.
but the potential for us to be monsters ourselves.
Yeah,
Is that what the Algonquin people were trying to warn us about with this myth?
it's very possible.
Yeah.
You see, the Wendigo myth, it acts like a really powerful warning story.
Okay.
It reminds us what can happen if we let greed run wild,
Right.
and how important it is to have community and compassion,
Yeah.
especially when times are tough.
Wow. Okay. So we've covered like where the myth came from, what it symbolizes,
Yeah,
and even some scary real world connections.
right.
This deep dive has been a wild ride.
It really has. The Wendigo might be make-believe, but its message about human nature, it's still really powerful.
Definitely. And it leaves us with a final question.
Okay.
What other myths might be showing us our own dark sides? Our hidden potential to be monsters.
Yeah,
Something to think about as we deal with the crazy world we live in.
absolutely.
Thanks for listening,
See ya.
and we'll see you in the next deep dive.
Bye.